Hello, fellow reader. Join me, I am your host, Sansi. Dive into the world of magic and explore the most stories full of wonder, fantastical delights. Open your eyes and see the parade come to life. Sansi's Parade, Sansi's Parade. Join the parade, Sansi's Parade, parade. Sansi's Parade, Sansi's Parade. Join the parade, Sansi's Parade.
The Bet, by Gomsdatter. Summary. Let us have a bet, princess. I will let you run, I will even give you a head start. If you can stay away for a year, you are free. But if I catch you, you are going to be mine, and I am going to punish you. Deal? You nodded and ran. But you didn't run far enough. You woke up with a start, twisting, and fell off the bed with a thunk. You had to get away from. Wait, you should be alone. Why does it smell like echo flower in the cabin? Dash. A low, throaty chuckle made you go stock still, slowly turning around with a shiver running down your spine. It couldn't be. You had ran away to this little cottage in the middle of the woods. No one should know that you were here. In the old comfy armchair that you had salvaged and fixed from the second-hand shop in the little city a couple of miles away sat the one who had plagued your nightmares for 3 months. Sans sat relaxed in the armchair, sharply clothed in a black suit with a dark blue shirt, a black tie, black pants and a tan overcoat, looking at you calmly, skull slightly cocked to the side. The brim of his fedora shadowed his face, only showing the blue ember from his echo flower cigar, and his sharp unwavering eyelights trained on you, unblinking like a predator who hit his prey just where he wanted her. He slowly took a drag on his echo flower cigar, the blue glow slowly lighting up his features for a second. He slowly exhaled through his teeth, the smoke curling around in him in lazy patterns. You almost won, princess, he said, that patient smile on his face. You slowly stood up, legs shivery with a cold fear in your neck from his unflinching stare. I almost lost track of you for a month. I was furious, you know. I thought I had to kill someone to know where you went. It was a smart dash of a bit foolish move to give away your credit card like that. He took another drag on his cigar and let out the smoke slowly. You couldn't stop watching the smoke slowly climb up his face, frozen stiff like a mouse that got stared down by a snake. Poor BP had to run around all over the country after that card, and was very irritated when he came back, and it showed that it actually wasn't you who had ran that far. He leaned back into the armchair and thought back to that day. What do you mean it wasn't her? Sans slowly said to the terrified cat monster in front of him. The poor cat looked like he hadn't slept for weeks, with bags under his eyes and tail in disarray after twisting it repeatedly in his hands. It was a decoy, subdued so high on something he thought I was grumpy cat, dash who the fuck now that is had her credit card. Apparently a lady had approached him and gave him the card, and said that he could use it to travel the country. Apparently the lady said it was a prank, and he just went with it. BP shifted nervously from foot to foot. The boss's unblinking cold stare always made him want to run, but he knew better than turn your back to an angry alpha boss monster. Especially one's woes intended Omega had run away from. BP swallowed thickly, wishing he was anywhere else but in this office. Sans breathed deeply, hands shaking a little, body still as a statue. You can leave, BP, get some sleep. I know it has been hard on you these 2 weeks. Ask Papyrus if he has time to come in. BP left, and shortly afterwards Papyrus entered. His younger brother towered over him, walking stick in hand and a newspaper in the other. Any news, Pap? The anger in Sans' voice was almost gone, replaced with a tiredness that Papyrus haven't heard since they came out from the underground so many years ago. You will find her, brother, I believe in you. Hey, you are the best, Paps, but I have no idea where to look. Princess is smart, or I wouldn't be interested in her. Papyrus slowly stroked his bonnet-shaped walking stick, deep in thought. He looked down on the newspaper he had in his hand. Well, there is one thing. Sans slowly stood up, making you scramble backward. He was easily 2 heads taller than you. Our bet was that if you could hide from me for a year you would go free. I had you on my radar for 2 months. And then, you just disappeared. Do you know how scared I was that something had happened to you? San's voice was calm, but you could hear the ice-cold rage simmer just beneath the calm. He slowly walked towards you, every slow step menacing in its own way. You slowly backed away from him, flinching when you hit the sturdy wall of the cabin. You glanced side to side for an escape route only to shriek when suddenly an arm slammed down next to you. Suddenly very near you glanced up at the huge skeleton that stared down at you. He took another slow drag from the cigar, leaning back a bit so the smoke didn't waft into your face. Still staring at your face, he leaned down and muttered into your ear. Imagine my surprise when I see that a new cafe had been opened by one of your friends. I remember that you gushed about how much you loved her cake and that it could rival Muffat's. I got the brilliant idea to check the cafe's finances. And I saw that the cafe had bought a tiny cottage in the woods for employee vacation bonus. It was easy to find you after that. He leaned back, hand still next your head, and he smiled down with a victorious smile. And now, I caught you.
I'm glad you enjoyed that video / gameplay. Just remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Until next time, goodbye!